In this session, we'll work on message classes. What is a message class? Message class, using message class, we can reuse the messages, right? As of now, we see how to raise a message whenever there is a issue in the selection screen and whenever there is no proper data. We know, how to raise a message using message statement and relevant type: success, error, information, abort, and we have X. X means exception, runtime exception. Okay, these are the different types of errors. We have one more message class, warning also, W. S for status or success, E for error, and W for warning message, I for information message, A for append, X for runtime exception. So total 6. Okay. So depends on the requirement, we use a relevant type of the message. So transaction code for message class is SC91. So in SC91 we can create message classes so that we can reuse a specific message in different programs and objects. Okay, wherever you are raising a message, you don't need to hard code it or you don't need to use any text symbols. You can refer this message class and the relevant message type. Okay, the message will be automatically displayed. First we'll check standard message types. First we'll see, go to VA01. What is the VA01 transaction code? Sales order creation transaction code. Okay, so let's go to VA02. So I'm not entering anything. I'm not entering any sales order and click on enter. What it is saying? Enter the document number. That is a validation message. It is showing some error message, right? If you want to know what is this error message and where it is coming from, what you need to do? Double click on it. Double click on the message. What is the message number? What is the message number? V1045. V1045 is the message number. Correct? If you go to the technical settings, you can find more details. What is the message number? 45. V1 is the message class. Go to V1, open V1. What is the transaction code for message classes? SC91. Open V1 here. Click on display. So this is the standard message class which is using in VL02. Sorry, VA02 transaction code. Changing sales order. Okay. Clear? So this is the standard message class and these are the message numbers. 00 message for sales ordering processing. Consider the minimum quantity. Okay.
Sir,
Consider.
I'm not able to see in your screen, sir.
Is it only you or everyone?
I don't know. Anita?
For me also,
Me
sir.
also, sir, we can't visible the screen.
Mhm.
It only showing message maintenance initial screen.
Yeah, now it.
Okay. Okay, there might be some network issue. Are you able to see my screen now?
Yes, sir.
Now it's okay, sir.
Okay. So let's come back to VA02. So this is the sales order change transaction code, right? For example, I'm trying to change a specific sales order, but I'm not entering anything and click on enter. So it is expecting a sales order number as mandatory input. Now it is raising a message, right? Error message, right? This is the error message. If you want to see from where this message is coming from, double click on it. So this is the message number. If you want to know the more details, go to technical information. So this is the message class and this is the message number. 45 is the message number. Now go to, what is the transaction code for message classes?
SC91.
Go to SC91, enter the message class and click on display. So these are all the message numbers. Now go to 45, enter document number. This is the message, right? We got, correct? Is this the message we got in the VA02 transaction code?
So sorry, again it.
సార్ ప్రవళికని రిక్వెస్ట్ అంటే యాక్సెప్ట్ చేయరా?
Okay, are you guys not able to see my screen?
Yes, sir.
It is not
Yes,
moving
sir.
the next.
Okay, looks like there is a network issue. Okay, I'll just give you some overview. So these message classes, right? SC91 is the transaction code, and you can find the message classes in the message itself. If you double click on the message, you can see technical settings of the message. Okay, there you can find the message class and the relevant message number, so that you can use that message number in your program, in your custom program. When you are creating the program, right, you can make use of the message class. Okay, or you can create your own message class. Go to, are you able to see now?
Yeah, yes, sir.
So you can find the standard message classes in SC91. Also, you can create your own message classes. So all these messages, right, you can reuse these messages in any program, right? What is the transaction code to create a program? SC38, right? Are you able to see SC38 screen?
నో సార్, ఇట్స్ మెసేజ్. ABAP ఎడిటర్
No,
ఇనిషియేషన్.
it's
Create,
yes, sir. It is a web editor.
create executable program. So I'm saving it in the local object. So I'm just defining or I'll just return a message. What is VBLN? Sales order number, right? What is the data element for this? Now activate. We'll add a simple validation. So what is the event for validation? At selection screen, right? So we'll add a simple validation if p underscore initial. What we need to do? So in my scenario, this is the mandatory input. This is the mandatory input. Now I need to raise a message, right? Message. What is the type? E. Is everyone able to follow this?
ఎస్ సార్.
When I execute it, I am not entering anything. It is displaying one error message, enter document number. Double click on this. It is showing anything. When I double click on this, is it showing any technical information? No,
No, sir.
because it is a hard coded error message. Okay, this is not the general practice. We should not hard code error messages like this. Okay, usually we create one message class for the project wise, and we are going to use those messages in the programs wherever you are raising the messages. Okay, let's see how to use a existing message class. So for this relevant error, we are already having one example, right? When you go to VA02, this is also a sales order number, right? Order number means sales order number. I'm not entering anything. It is displaying one message, right? Enter the document number. Can we reuse the same message in our program, in our example? Because here also it is the sales order number, right?
Yes.
Can we reuse it or not?
Sir.
We can reuse it. So that before reusing it, we need to know what is the message number. Please mute. So we need to know what is the message number, right? If you double click on it, it will display message number. And if you go to technical information, it will give you more details. Message class is V1, message number is 41, right? Now we need to make use of this message class. How can you add message standard messages, or how can you reuse messages in your program? For that, we need to add a simple addition to the program. A simple addition to the program. So this is the program. So here, right, in the report statement, you need to add a small syntax to reuse message class, any specific existing message class from SC91. That is message ID. What you need to provide here? Message ID name. What is our message ID? V1, right? This is the message class. V1 here, right? Now, how can you call the message? What type of message you want to display? Is it error message or a success status message?
Error
So
message.
the message number, what is our message number?
45.
It is 45. That is enter the document number. Yes of 45. Yes means status message, right? Or success message. What we need now? We need error message.
E.
E. Now activate just like this. Message type and message number. Now activate it. Execute. Enter the document number. Double click on this message. Now you can see the technical information from where this message is being called, right? This one, right? Clear? So that you can reuse same message in any number of programs. Okay? Clear? You can create any number of programs and use same message ID, and you can reuse the message if it is relevant for your scenario. Okay? So usually, right, there should be some standard practice. So we should not create messages on our own, whatever message it required. Okay? There should be some standards. Okay? There should be some message standards. We should not provide any message like this. Please enter that number. Please enter this number. Kindly enter this number. Not like that. Okay? There should be some standards, so that we are going to create one message class with the proper messages, and then we are going to reuse the same messages in all the programs wherever we are raising the messages. Clear? Now let's test how different types of messages will work. E means error message. Let's try S, how it will work. F8 and execute. Now it is displaying status message. It won't stop the program processing, right? Whenever you are using success message, it won't stop the program processing. For example, we'll use small code here. Start of selection, right? This is output. Now observe, I'm not entering anything. Even of raising the messages, the output is displayed, right? The start of selection code also executed. That means, correct? When we are using success message or status message, it won't stop the program processing. Let's try warning message, how it is going to work. Now ideally, it should not reach start of selection. Like if the execute, warning message is not reaching next executable statement, correct? It's not reaching the right statement, right? So that it is terminating the process here at the line number 9. Try again, warning message. I'm not entering anything. F8. So it is displaying the warning message. Click on enter. Click on enter, how it will behave. We'll see. When I click on enter, it is navigated to the next selection, next executable code, right? Correct? So warning message is displayed, but I am clicking on enter. So the message is bypassed and the program navigated to the next executable code, correct? So warning message is not going to stop the program processing, correct? But it is need our confirmation. If you click on enter, it will go to the next step. Is everyone clear on that? Is everyone clear on that?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now let's see error message, how it will behave. Error type F8, F8. Now error message got displayed. Click on enter. Is it navigating to the next step? Even I'm clicking on enter. Is it navigating to the next step? Next source code, next level source code? No, it won't navigate to the next level source code. It will stop the processing at this line only. It won't proceed further when you are raising error message. Clear? That is the property of error message. When you want to stop the program processing and you should not proceed further, what is the type of the error you have to use? Error message. Now let's observe information message I. I is the information message. Execute. So it is displaying a pop-up message, right? It is displaying a pop-up message. Click on continue. So the output is executing. The next level statements are executing when you are using information message. It's not going to stop the program processing, but it needs a manual interaction. You need to click on continue. Then only it will proceed further. Clear? Now check about A, how it will behave. Please make a note of these different message types. F8, F8. So this is the abort message. Cancel. Enter the document number and exit. It will exit the program. It will terminate the program immediately. Exit. The program is terminated, right? When you use abort means termination of the program, termination of the process. Clear? Is everyone clear?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
That is abort message. Now go to exception. Runtime exception X, type X, message type X. Click on execute. Execute. Now you should see runtime exception with message type X, runtime exceptions. Where can you check these runtime exceptions? Where can you check these runtime exceptions?
సోర్స్ కోడ్ లో చూడొచ్చు కదా సార్.
ST22. ST22 is the transaction code for runtime exceptions, right? So you can search the runtime exceptions by your user ID, date, or all the runtime exceptions of today. You can see here. Click on today. So these are the runtime exceptions, right? So someone incorrectly called some function module. That's why this runtime exception is called. The program name is zReportALV. Someone incorrectly looks like, click on that. Go to the source code extract. You can see the error code here. You can see this pointer, right? Looks like someone calling this function module incorrectly. This reuse ALV grid display. Can you guys tell me what is the incorrect syntax here? Even it is not relevant to the messages. Can you guys tell me what is the incorrect syntax here? Someone unnecessarily using the single code, right? For a sy underscore repid. This is not required. Single code is not required for this, right? Since it is a system variable.
ఎస్ సార్.
That's why the function module is failing. So this is our program, right? Click on this and go to source code extract and check the error. If there is any issue, fix the error and activate the program. So now tell me what is the transaction code to check the runtime exceptions?
ST22.
Yeah, ST22. What type of errors going to capture in ST22?
Runtime.
Time errors with type X. Is everyone clear on that?
Yes, sir.
Now what are the different types of messages? Status message, yes sir.
Information.
Error message, E. Warning message, W. Information message, I. Abort message,
I.
A. Runtime exception, X. Total
ఎక్స్.
6, right?
Sir, what about abandon?
Yeah, A. Abandon or abort?
About both are same, sir.
Yeah, both are
Okay.
same. Okay.
Okay.
Clear? And you know, right, how each message will behave. So uh, status message, warning message, information message is not going to stop the program processing. Okay, it will just raise the message, and if you click on enter, it will go to the next level coding. But if you are raising error message, abort message, system exceptions, it will terminate the program processing. It won't proceed further from this line. Okay, clear? Is everyone clear on that?
ఎస్ సార్. ఎస్ సార్.
Yeah. Now we make use of standard message class. Now we'll see how to use custom message class. Create our own message class. Before that, I'll introduce one more thing. So now we are in standard message class V1. If you observe this, what is this? What is this at the date symbol? What is this at the rate symbol, address symbol? This we called as placeholder. Is everyone observe this? Is everyone able to see this address symbol in between the message?
Yes, sir.
In between the message, this we call as placeholder. We call as placeholder to display the dynamic values. To display the dynamic values in between the message. For example, sales order number 100 is not available. That is the message. 100 is not constant, right? All the time. We're not going to work with only sales order number 100, right? All the time. Sometimes we open 500 sales order number, 1000 sales order number, like that. So depends on the sales order number, it should automatically display that number, right? For that we use placeholders to display the dynamic values. Okay, what we call this? What we call this message? What we call this symbol in between the message?
Placeholder.
Placeholder. So that
Placeholder.
we can display dynamic values here. Okay. So now if you observe, here we have only normal at the rate symbol. Now if you observe here, we have 1, 2, 3 and 4. What is the meaning? Since here we have only one placeholder, they did not mention any number. But here we have 4 dynamic values. Here we have 4 dynamic values you can display. That's why they are mentioning numbers 1, 2, 3, 4. Correct? Clear?
Okay, sir.
Now, so what I am doing here, I've taken a parameter material number. I've taken a parameter material number and I'm validating that parameter in a selection screen event from Mara into some at the rate LV underscore Matner, where Matner equal to P underscore Matner.
Sir, at the rate data.
Yeah, you're right. If sy hyphen sub rc is not equal to 0, that means that message, that material number is not available in the master data, material master data. Now what we need to do? Message. What is the relevant message available in the standard message class? Material does not exist, right? Material does not exist. So there is a placeholder also in this message, right? Can you observe the placeholder?
Yes, sir.
Now, message number is 18 E018. First we'll see. I'm not passing any dynamic value here. I'm not passing any placeholder. I'm just using message as it is. Let's comment this VBLN. I'm commenting this VBLN message, or we'll just enter something in VBLN. Enter some value in VBLN field. I'm not entering anything in the material number input. What it is saying? Material does not exist. Material does not exist. The placeholder is not coming here. Okay, please observe. Even there is a symbol. Where is that? Yeah, this symbol is not available in the actual message, right? This symbol, that symbol is not available in the actual message, right? Did you observe that?
Yes, sir. It
Yeah,
is not coming.
yeah. Now we'll try to use a placeholder. Placeholder means what is the value? Use placeholders with using keyword with. For example, if you have multiple placeholders 1, 2, 3, 4 like this, lv underscore value 1, lv underscore value 2 like that. You have to use the placeholders. So all those placeholders, right? These are at the rate symbols, address symbols. These symbols will be replaced by these values. These values 1, 2, 3, 4 like that. Clear? First, let's see how Matner will work. Execute. I'm entering some value, and here I'm entering some junk value, incorrect value, and execute. What is saying? Now observe the message. Material HGFH does not exist. In place of that placeholder, it is displaying the value, right?
Yes, sir.
Next time I'll use different value, some random value. Now the placeholder is populated with the other value, right? Clear? So that is what the purpose of placeholder. You can replace that placeholder with a dynamic value. Okay. For example, we'll take one more message example with multiple placeholders. Material has a status. There are two placeholders, right? 1 and 2. Correct? Or we'll take this 28. 28. Message number is 28. How many placeholders we have for this message? Two placeholders, right? One is material number for 28. First one is material has status. There is some status also. There is a placeholder for status also. For example, we'll define one variable. Some value. I'm providing the value itself. Okay, default value. I'm assigning some value that is close. Mm, space for the second placeholder. For the status, I'm populating some value from the variable. Okay. Check, activate, execute. So I'm entering some document number and also entering some junk value. What it is saying? What is the message? Material HGFH has a status close, right? Now we are populating value for two placeholders. Correct? Is everyone clear on that? This is how we work with placeholders. Okay. So we completed how to work with message class and message types, different message types and placeholders. Now we'll see how to create a custom message class. What is the transaction code for message class? SC91.
SC91.
Go to SC91. Z or Z demo, for example SD, some naming convention we have to follow, that is for sure. Create the message class and provide the description. Okay, go to messages. Here also you need to assign a proper package. Then it will ask for a transport request, and you can transport this message class to the test system and then to production system. Okay, for now I am using local object, and I have already explained how to assign package and transport request numbers in the previous sessions. Okay, now so the message numbers will starts from 000 for this custom message class, right? Demo message, I am giving some messages. Okay, please enter sales order number, enter. So here after sales order number, I want to display the number. Okay, the actual sales order number, what is the user entered. For that I am placing one placeholder. I'm using one placeholder, not valid. So please observe, we are not going to display only error messages. We can also configure success messages also. Clear? We are not going to display only error messages. Here we are going to configure successful scenarios also. Clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay, success scenarios also depends on the message type. We are going to provide the relevant type. Message is same for any message type. Okay, you can use E or all 6 message types for these messages. Okay, here we are not defining the type of the message, we are just defining the message. Here when you are using it in the object, right, program, right, you have to add the relevant message type. Okay, so 4 message types are enough. Now what we need to do, click on save. That's it. Now how many placeholders we have for this message number 4 in this custom message type? 2 placeholders,
Two placeholder.
so that we can display 2 dynamic values. Here we have only one placeholder. Now let's use this custom message in our program, message class in our program. So you can use the same message class in any number of programs. Okay, you can reuse same messages. You don't need to create messages again and again. Okay, now you don't need to change anything. You don't need to change anything except the message number. What is the message number for sales order? That is please enter sales order number 0001. 0001. Okay, and now here for material validation, for example, we will use this one 0004. In this, how many placeholders we have? How many placeholders we have? Two placeholders, right? 1 and 2. Sales order number and the actual sales order number and material number is not valid. So in place of this, what I need to use? First, the sales order number, right? As per the message, first sales order number and its corresponding placeholder, and material and its corresponding material. First we need to place sales order number value and then material value, because sales order number placeholder is 1. Now let's observe how it is display. Enter some junk values. What it is saying? Sales order number 67656 and material this HGSFG is not valid. Correct?
Yes, sir.
Is everyone clear on that? How to use placeholders and custom message types? There is no difference. Okay? Clear?
Yes, sir.
That is about message classes.